Okay, thank you. Good evening and welcome to the City of Groton Mayor and Council meeting for Monday, October 7th, 2024. This is a hybrid meeting, Zoom and in person. And with that, Clerk Bakura, please call the roll.
Mayor Hedrick, Deputy Mayor Depot, Councilor Piazza, Councilor Sheffield, Councilor Norris, Councilor Artali, and Councilor, we are present.
Okay, all right, so please stand and salute the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Recording in progress.
Okay, recognitions, awards, memorials, council. Councilor Piazza.
Yes.
Hold on, Councilor Sheffield, I've recognized Councilor Piazza. Councilor Piazza.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to recognize the IT department as far as like our laptops and helping us in systems with that, and also always assisting me whenever I need something. I also like to recognize the fire department, all the representatives that came out and assured things were going the right way. So I just wanted to recognize that, and I appreciate them.
Okay, Councilor Sheffield, you have the floor.
Yes, I'd like to give a memorial to Nancy Russo. She had passed away from illness, and I went to the funeral at Sacred Heart Church. She was a 35-year employee at Stop and Shop Supermarket. She was a tremendous employee for us in the deli, and my condolences to the family, to the Municipal family, and she'll be sorely missed. So I want to give my condolences to the family for that, and that's all.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, I want to remind everybody this is Public Power Week. So we have Groton Utilities, and they keep the lights on and the water running and the wastewater. So kudos to them. All right, moving on. We will move to receipt of citizen petitions comments. Receipt of citizen petitions is a portion of the council meeting where the council welcomes comments from citizens. To address the council, please sign a sheet on the table in the front of the meeting room. When you're recognized, please approach the podium. Clearly state your name and address. Each presentation should be limited to 5 minutes or less, and citizens should, if possible, submit emailed or written comments. Presentations should be related to matters pertinent to the City of Groton. City councilors will only ask questions in order to clarify the speaker's presentation and can respond during the response to citizens' petitions portion of the meeting. City Clerk, do we have anyone signed up?
Mr. Robert Hager.
Okay, Mr. Hager, if you could please go to the podium, state your name and address for the record, please.
Hi, Robert Hager, 263 Montauk Avenue, New London, Connecticut, 06320. I have some documents I'd like to provide council, City Council. Do I give them as I talk about them, or do you want them all at once now?
Council, what is your preference?
May I hand them out?
What's that? All at once is fine.
Okay, so 6 copies sufficient? Well, I got to give. There's more. Sorry. And the last one. Okay.
For the councilors who are on Zoom, we will get this sent to you. Okay, thank you. I'll just pass it down. Thank you. Deputy? Okay, thank you. Mr. Hager?
All right. The following comments are addressed mostly to Mayor Hedrick, but I'm also interested in the opinions of other city councilors, especially Deputy Mayor Depot, who was carbon copied by Mayor Hedrick on two of the emails, one to me and one to City Council. On November 1st, 2022, Mayor Hedrick, you were notified about my suit against the City of Groton Police Department. The first exhibit, or first document that I provided is that notice of suit, listing the City of Groton as the defendant. On January 30, 2023, you provided confirmation, this is in the second document, that a motion to dismiss had been filed in my suit against the, as you called it, the Groton Police Department. The following document is the notice to dismiss, which lists the defendant as the City of Groton Police Department and also is signed by an attorney representing the City of Groton Police Department, in the second to last page. On March 17, 2023, I sent Deputy Mayor Depot and you an email. This is the fourth document, in which I clearly stated I never, quote unquote, brought a suit against the city. That is in the first paragraph, second sentence. Despite your personal knowledge of my suit against the City of Groton Police Department and the motion to dismiss in this suit, as well as the clarification that I provided in my March 17, 2023 email, it is concerning to me that you seem to have misrepresented my actions in an email to City Council on May 22nd, 2023. That is the last document I provided. For the record, I never took the City of Groton to civil court. I'd like to ask the following questions. Why, Mayor Hedrick, did you lie about me to City Council? Why did you tell City Council something that never occurred? Why did you make the slanderous comment about me losing a case which never occurred? It is concerning that your email to City Council on May 22nd, 2023 really seems more like a personal attack against me for pursuing issues and concerns about city and town operations than an explanation how such favorable tax treatment may have occurred. It is also concerning to me that you seem to have forgotten about how you are expected to perform your duties and responsibilities under Article 9, Section 2E of the City Charter. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a written copy of what I...
Okay, please provide that to the clerk. Thank you. All right. Response to citizens' petitions, comments. Deputy Mayor Depot.
I have a clarifying question for the mayor.
Okay.
If someone sues a department within the city, it is the same as suing the city, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
In addition to that, when the suit was brought against the police department, it was dismissed because you can't sue a department of the city. You have to file against the city, which was done with the same, under the same auspices, and was asking for monies for the FOIA court and for travel back and forth and for some other things, and that was dismissed as well. That's not included in this documentation, but that did also occur. So that's the response that I have to this. There is no slander at all. This is, the attorneys were involved, and I stayed out of it because I did not want to be in the middle of it. The attorneys represented the city, and the outcome is the outcome. So, and that information was provided to you as the council. And that is all I have to say about that.
Can I offer a follow-up?
Your 5 minutes is up, so you do not have the floor.
Even though you said something that's not correct. Okay. We'll get it next time.
Okay, we'll move on to approval of the minutes. I'll take a motion to approve the committee of the whole meeting minutes for September 23rd, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Opposed? Abstention, motion carries. I'll take a motion to approve the special mayor and council meeting minutes of September 30th, 2024.
So moved.
I have a motion. I still need a second. We have a second, motion second. Are there any corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention, motion carries. Communications and reports. Counselor Piazza.
Nothing to report, thank you.
Thank you. Counselor Norris.
Nothing to report.
Counselor Sheffield.
I attended the New London County Safe Futures Walk yesterday with many of the leaders of New London County. Juliet Parker was there in attendance, along with several others. I didn't see any of the police department outside of Juliet, but I know Jill Rusk, I heard she was there as well. So it was a well-attended event, and it's definitely something to remind us about domestic violence in our community, and we had a very positive show of support, for that endeavor, and we hope to, spread the message against domestic violence throughout our area. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Counselor Artali.
Nothing to report, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Deputy Mayor Depot.
Thank you, Mayor. On September 27th, I volunteered for the food box distribution again. The next one is October 25th. I know with the weather changing, we may have people who aren't able to get out to the food box distribution. So once again, just want to reiterate that delivery is available for city residents. They can contact the mayor's office or the clerk's office, and they'll get word to me or whoever else is delivering to make sure that we provide food to anyone that needs it. I also wanted to mention that mentoring started up again last week at the public schools. They assign mentors for elementary, middle, and high school kids, and it's just children who are generally struggling in school and just could use another adult support in their life. It's 30 minutes a week. It's a small commitment, and in my experience has been very fulfilling. And I just want to encourage people, if you can spare 30 minutes a week to spend time with a kid from your community. I think they have a waiting list with kids on it that could use a mentor. So I just want to encourage people to look into that. They can go right to the Groton Public Schools website, and you can just search for mentoring, and it'll pop right up. I also wanted to give an update on the Public Safety Committee. We did put out the survey for parking in the city. We've had 70-ish responses so far, which is
Very good.
pretty good. So anyone who hasn't filled out that survey, if you could check out the city Facebook page or the city website, it's posted on there. You just click it. It shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to fill it out. Just a couple general questions about parking in the city and what people's opinion is of how we should move forward with that. And we'll be discussing the results of that survey at the next Public Safety Committee meeting, which should be October 15th, I believe. And also, there will be an opportunity at the following PACT committee meeting, which is the 17th at 6 p.m. So, and then anyone who can't attend either of those can always contact myself, and I can add their comments to our survey information. And that's all.
Okay. Yeah, very good. And then once your committee's done, I'm going to want you to brief me before we bring it to the committee of the whole. And we'll discuss it and go through it. I want to, actually, let's go to Clerk McCurra. Go ahead. You have anything? Okay. So I want to talk about the mentor thing. I agree with Deputy Mayor Depot. It is extremely rewarding. It's only 30 minutes a week, and it is very fulfilling. And the mentee, in my experience, has been, they really look forward to sharing with them. And I know that you have someone in Groton Middle School, I think, right? My mentee is in Catholic Canasky Magnet School, just entered into 5th grade, so that's a good thing. The October 25th, as the deputy mayor said, the United Way Food Distribution, you can always call 860-446-4103 and leave a message with my office if you need food delivered, and we will add that to the list. A couple things, in observance of Indigenous Peoples Day, the city of Groton will be closed on Monday, October 14th. So that means the building will not be open. It also means no trash or recycling pickup for that day. That'll be picked up the next day. October 17th, there's a Red Cross blood drive at the Municipal Building Auditorium. So you'll need to go to the Red Cross website and sign up for that. On October 18th, there's a free vaccination clinic here. On the October 23rd, the Groton City Haunted Trail launches. It used to be the Scarecrow Trail. We've kind of vamped it a little bit to include the Halloween themed part of it. And on October 26th and 27th, we're going to have a Spooktoberfest food truck festival at Washington Park. That's going to be for those 2 days. There'll be food trucks there, other items that are going to be there. And we will not be doing a trick or trunk this year as a result of this festival that we're going to be doing. And that's all that I had for that. Committee referrals. Are there any committee referrals? Okay, hearing none, we will go with resolutions. Councilor Piazza, R-24-10-138.
Thank you, Mayor. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve the fire department to purchase one model year 2024 Chevrolet 2500 crew cab from Northwest Hills Automotive LLC, 2065 East Main Street, Torrington, Connecticut, for a cost of $50,401.80, and a light package from Communications Plus LLC, 84 Salem Turnpike in Norwich, Connecticut, for a cost of $3,132.00, and a plow package from Smith's Auto Sales, 747 Route 32, North Franklin, Connecticut, for a cost of $1,983.04, and a graphics package from Coastal Graphics, 83 Tom Harvey Road, Westerly, Rhode Island, for a cost of $975.00, for a total cost of $56,491.84 to be paid from approved ARPA funds. I so move.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole, and I had Chief Tompkins add so what was brought to you as the committee of the whole was the truck. This is laid out with all the packages so this is the entire truck with all the packages included. Are there any questions from council? Councilor Norris, I see your hand. You have the floor.
Yeah, if someone can just remind me, why the need for the plow package? Does this vehicle plow, or what would it plow?
Chief, do you want to come forward so you can address this, please? I know the answer, but I'll let you address it.
There we go. Good evening. Yeah, so this truck, we do plow with this truck, among other things, but we plow our own parking lots and front ramps at both stations. And we do that, it gives us the flexibility, the timeliness of getting to it immediately. We also can use that plow during heavy storms. We've used it before during blizzards and things like that to get into areas that are not accessible, also to get into driveways and things like that in emergency situations where, there's a medical emergency. And in order to get to literally to get to the front door, we need to plow or make a path. And so, yes, it is used as a plow vehicle. And so the package, we have a plow from the old truck that we're replacing. So we'll keep that plow, but the new vehicle needs a frame, basically, to attach the plow to. So that's why we have that package.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Deputy Mayor Depot, 139.
I can't read that one.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I didn't realize that was next. Counselor Norris, 139.
R-24-10-139. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to contribute up to $130,000 to the Neighborhood Assistance Act program in return for matching tax credits pending approval from the state of Connecticut. I so move.
Second.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Do you want to recuse? Or are you just going to abstain? Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
And abstentions. So Deputy Mayor Depot abstains. Okay, moving on, 140, that would be you.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-24-10-140. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to issue a purchase order to Wright Pierce Engineering, Department 2100, P.O. Box 98650, Boston, Massachusetts, for an amount not to exceed $311,000 and no cents to support the Southeastern Connecticut Council of Governments Office of Local Defense Community Cooperation grant to support the potential removal of Trident Park Water Tower to be paid by the OLDCC grant. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This is discussed at the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Sounds like we have a unanimous decision. Well, opposed, abstentions, motion carries. All right, 41, Counselor Norris, 41, 141.
R-24-10-141. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve the purchase of two Mercury 200 CXL 4-stroke from Central Florida Yamaha Inc., 730 US 27 North, 430 Lake Placid, Florida, for a total cost of $35,535.88, with $31,000.00 to be paid from the Secretary of State of Connecticut Office of Policy and Management, and the remaining funds of $4,835.88 to be paid from the current fiscal year police department operating budget. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This is discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Okay, sounds like it was unanimous. So we will move on. Where are we? Counselor Sheffield, Resolution R-24-10-142.
Resolution R-24-10-142. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve Mayor Keith Hedrick to waive the bid process, enter into a contract for repairs and tower ladder with Orville's Garage Incorporated, 232 Route 163, Montville, Connecticut, in the amount of $30,190.79 to be paid from approved ARPA funds. I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. This is new to the council. I'm bringing this to the council as an emergency purchase. We'll get the chief to walk us through this. And with that, Chief Tompkins, could you provide us with the background on why we have this resolution?
Yes, so I think in your packet you received the estimate from Corville's. So we needed to do the brakes on the ladder truck. So we did get estimates for the brakes from 3 different garages. Corville's was the low bid of $6,100, somewhere in that range. When they took the truck in, we asked them to check out the front end because we had some concerns or issues. We wanted them to inspect and make sure everything was okay. So what you see in front of you is basically what they've found. The total price here, $30,000, does include the $6,100 for the brakes. So that we had already told them to go ahead and do because we had gotten 3 estimates. But the rest of the work is for ball joints, for wheel bearings. I'm not a truck expert, but basically the whole front end and then all the wheel bearings need to be rebuilt. They did an inspection. The inspection showed the problems and that they were out of tolerance and that it was not, in essence, roadworthy. So we had to do the work. So we did try and solicit. This all happened very quickly last week. I came to the mayor. We put this on the agenda. Subsequently, we tried to get 2 estimates. One did come in today, and that estimate was about $100 cheaper. But the truck is apart currently in their garage, so there would be a cost to put it back together, as you can imagine, for us to try and take it somewhere else to have it repaired. So I think the bottom line is that the price that they gave us is a good price and a reasonable price for the work that needs to be done in order to get our ladder truck back in service. It's been out of service for a little bit, and it will be. This is heavy work. This is very time-consuming and heavy equipment type work.
And I wanted to bring this to the council before I authorize the expenditure. So I do consider it emergent, but I didn't want to authorize him to go ahead and spend the money and then come to council and get forgiveness. I wanted to come to council and adhere to the purchasing policy and our procedures that we have. So with that, I'll open the floor up for questions. Deputy Mayor Depot, I see your hand.
What is the reason that we're using ARPA funds instead of the fire department budget
Well,
for this?
So we do have this in the fire department budget. When I talked to the finance director, we wanted to use the ARPA funds because we're trying to expend them before the end of the year. We will be giving you a brief next week at the committee of the whole on ARPA. And so I'm asking to expend ARPA funds for this, but if we need to, we can, if you decide after next week's brief that you didn't want to spend it on this, we can take this out of our operating capital that we do have set aside for fire department.
So we would just amend the resolution or vote?
Yes, we could amend a resolution, yes, that's probably the right way to do it. We can amend a resolution to go out of operating funds.
Okay. My only I'm just, without seeing having the update, which I understand it's a time dilemma, because I am curious to see the list of all the ARPA projects and with the rest of the council, see if there's something else that we think the residents would prefer we spend ARPA dollars on, especially if we have this budgeted in the fire department's budget.
Yep.
While also I understand that using ARPA funds will help your budget, but without looking at it holistically. So if we can just make sure to have that on the radar when we discuss the ARPA funds next week,
Absolutely.
I'm happy to vote this through.
We will
as
intentionally,
is.
one of the things I've talked to Finance Director Uhas is to specifically talk about this, and it should be on the list. I think Jackie's amending the list now.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question or comments? Councilor Sheffield?
Yeah, Chief, is there anything else that you're going to need that we should be aware of down the pipeline to the end of the year? That, something that maybe beyond your budget that ARPA may have to pick up on?
Not that I know of. I mean, much, I just relate it to like your car, when you take it in. There's always something that they say, ooh, this is broken. This is along that lines. I do have operational funds, $50,000 in the truck fund. That sounds like a lot. It's really not. If this is used, and I will do whatever, needs to be done. But if we use this out of the operational budget, I'll guarantee you I will go well over $50,000 this year in funds. The brakes at $6,000 was known actually last year, and we could hold off to this budget year. But the other work was not. But this is what we deal with. I deal with every year. We'd figure that out if we had to. But as far as coming up, no, I can't anticipate anything major that I know of. But again, that. They break, unfortunately, all the time, and we just replaced for lack of a better, description, a computer screen that's in the bucket of the truck that tells us what angle we're at, that we're safe with our outriggers and things like that, and that was $6,000 to replace that. So these things are very expensive when things go.
Okay. Counselor Norris?
Yeah, I was, like I was alluding to last week with the ARPA funding, I have a request that you and staff take a moment to think about if there's any other potential ways that ARPA money could be used that directly impact our residents and businesses. Maybe increase funding to the facade program, or even increase scholarships to beach passes. It's just a request that I asked city staff to take a moment and think through that. Thank you.
Understand, and as I said to Deputy Mayor Depot, I don't know if you heard or not, but we are coming to talk to you next week about the status of ARPA funding, where everything is, and then we intend to have a full and open discussion during the committee of the whole and talk to council about those things, and then address council's concerns and questions. Okay. Any other, Councilor Piazza?
Thank you, Mayor. So I'm sure you're very aware of what's in your pool of vehicles. So how long would this, are they telling us they'll take to repair? And how is that affecting it as far as the function of the fire department anyway, or you have another ladder truck, or how does that work?
We don't have another ladder truck, but we do have mutual aid. Our trucks go out of service, as do other departments like this, and most people don't have a second ladder truck, so we rely on mutual aid. It has been out for a little while. They have, completed the brakes, the rear brakes, the front brakes are all apart, along with the whole front end that we're talking about tonight. So with this resolution, tomorrow I'll be able to give them the go-ahead to complete the work, and I'm not quite sure, but it'll still be a little bit. But we didn't want to wait. That's why I came to the mayor, and I think the mayor put it here, because otherwise we're at least 2 more weeks out, right? If you have to go through the RFP process, that's just not feasible. They're going to put it back together. They're going to charge you for storage. You get into all those things. So
Right.
we function like this because the trucks do go down. We work with mutual aid. But we do need the truck back,
And currently, the truck is redlined, so it's not certified. So they would have to put it back together again. We'd have to get it towed somewhere else. So we made the decision to stay with Corvallis. Plus, if they're only within $100, it doesn't make sense. And Ryan went back, talked to our garage mechanic back here, who has large experience and has worked part-time with other places, and he said that the cost was reasonable. So that's why we moved forward and brought it to council.
So it's an estimate being redlined for how long? We don't have an estimate
Well, until
time.
they fix it.
I know, but I was just wondering just an estimate time.
It would be, I would imagine, at least another week. The brakes, they have parts come in, but until we give them the go-ahead, they have to order, get the parts shipped in, and then do do some of this work. And if you look at, there's some hours on top there that estimate how long some of these things will take. So I would expect it through the week, but I would think we'd get it back next week. But as the mayor said, we get a DOT sticker every year, as you probably do with the buses. This would not pass we would not get a sticker. We would not be able to legally drive this over the roads.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments regarding this resolution? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Okay, opposed, abstention, motion carries. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you, council. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, chief. Okay. What exactly what I had in
Can I
mind?
ask a question?
Sure.
For the, Mr. Hagar that came in,
Yep.
I know personally that they live in Groton City. Why is it a New London address?
That's a very good question. On all his official correspondence, when he does his FOIAs, and when he sued us, because he did. Oh. Never mind.